Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to baseball here on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus Seattle leads 1-0 in a three-game set against the Houston Astros. Today we're facing a Framber Valdez, 0-1 with a 10.80 ERA. Logan Gilbert, he's 0-1 as well with a 5.73 ERA. And we are looking for a series win today. Let's find out what happens. Bam. We're still in, we're in first place now, technically tied with the Angels. We were 6-4 in our last 10. We had a nice comeback victory. Though it was a small comeback, 2 runs down wasn't a ton, but we had a 5-run inning and 5-run bottom of the 7th, and that was enough to propel us to a victory. We will keep the alternate 2 rolling because I do love that sea foam green. Team Mobile, open, please, open. Logan Gilbert. Okay, what do we need to do here? Do we need to give Cal Raleigh a day off? Kind of don't want to because I really rely on him. Luke Raley at first base, we could swap out with Austin Shenton. Except for it's a lefty pitcher. Okay, never mind. We're good. Actually, I guess it would be a lefty for a lefty, so it's not the worst thing. It's just a pretty significant speed reduction. Crawford. Do we throw in Bliss? Bliss can play third. We have Crawford. No secondary position. That's Bliss's third best position. I don't love it. We'll go with that. It's fine. If we run into trouble, we only have 2 true lefties in the lineup. It's all good. We'll only have one more game after this for before a day off. So hopefully we'll get everybody back to full energy, and we should be able to run the same lineup, barring, obviously, depending on, or starting pitcher dependent is what I'm trying to say. And then for the weekend series, then we have Monday off again, so we can figure that out. Today's game storylines: Framber Valdez looking to turn around after a rough start, or a rough patch. He only has the one game. Well, I guess he probably would have pitched. This would have been maybe his 3rd time through. I don't know. Logan Gilbert is looking to turn it around as well. Cal Raleigh currently on a 4-game home run streak, and he extended his league-leading home run total to 7 with a no-doubter that gave us the lead. Kirby has a big game on the mound in a win versus the Astros. The number 2 MLB prospect, number 1 center fielder, number 1 Boston singles in the debut. That is Roman Anthony. Matt Wallner, 6 RBI. Chris Paddock wins, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed. Propelled Twins in win versus Royals. Gio Urshela breaks out of a 2-for-24 slump with a 2-hit performance. Cal Raleigh, that's our guy. 100th career home run. Jesus Sanchez, 5-for-5 in a game against the Mets. Gary Sanchez is going from the Orioles to the Blue Jays in a trade that involves Max Scherzer. And then a few injury notes at the bottom. Blue Jays acquired Gary Sanchez from the Orioles in exchange for Max Scherzer. Scherzer just signed there, which is kind of wild. I don't believe there is any movement there in our farm report.
First pitch coming your way next.
So there you have it.
All right, just about set to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Logan Gilbert. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little.
Here is our starter, Logan Gilbert, 0-1 in those 11 innings, 5.73 ERA. This is his 3rd time starting, so let's see what we can do. Jose Altuve. Well, it'll be interesting to see if the Astros lineup is similar, because there were only 2 lefties in yesterday's lineup. If that was just a rest thing or what, maybe they just don't have a lineup that matches up. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. That is a strike. Oops, we're first in the American League. Didn't mean to double up on the slider here.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
Makes the catch.
I wish they would go back to the NL Central.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. 1 point of concern hitting in that 2-hole, Mauricio Dubon.
Yeah, Boog, he just hasn't been himself at all lately. I mean, it's hard to know if it's mechanical, if it's mental. It's just a struggle all the way around. It's something that everybody goes through. I think the key is you've got to stick to the process. You've got to focus on every pitch.
Interesting that they have a switch hitter and another lefty on the bench. I know Trammell isn't the greatest, but
Mauricio Dubon.
at least something to get this to be a little less right-handed. But that's okay. Sometimes we probably don't have as balanced a lineup or as advantageous a lineup as we should.
1 out, base is empty.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ooh.
That one just misses, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that drops foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. On the ground. Sneaks through, base hit.
Okay,
So
that was a very long at-bat. Maybe try to get a little too cute there with the curveball.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Good feed. That's one. Return
Perfect.
throw to first.
Okay, hey, there we go.
Double play.
Give up the one hit, get the double
One hit
play.
in the
We
inning
are
with no one left.
what feels
So
very
now the
rarely
Mariners
turning
offense
double
gets to go to
plays.
work for the first time. We've got no score.
But a better start. We don't have that. We don't have that 1-0 deficit staring us in the face. Let's try to maintain our same level of patience and calmness through the rest of this
Back
game
in
as
Seattle,
we take a look at
and
Framber
on the hill
Valdez's
today,
stats.
Framber Valdez. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower.
Oh, we got a
We'll
bad,
see, but we know he's got good stuff.
We
and
have
he
an
should be
ugly,
really good in this one
ugly
today.
field, outfield wall. All right. Sinker at 96, a curveball at 82, a circle change at 90, a slider at 88, and a fastball at 97. So
Comes up
too
empty
low,
as he
too
chases
low.
that one in the dirt.
0-2. One and two.
That misses. 2-2.
there we
And
go.
that's base hit out
There
to
we
center.
go. That's what we want to see.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
A good swing after a bad swing. Couple of good takes in there. Drew it to a 2-2 count, and here we go.
And try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here's Donovan Solano. 2 hits in the game last night. In the air, pretty deep out to center field.
Unfortunately, that
Has
is an
a beat
out.
on it.
Just a little under that curveball. Take a look at the standings of the
Batting third.
who we're half a game ahead of
Now we
the
check out the Mariners lineup.
Angels now.
Really frustrating showing
We are
for them
first in
their
the
last
AL
game.
in average.
Lots of traffic on
Wow.
the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively.
who else would
they just
we
did
blame it
a poor
on?
job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Julio Rodriguez stands in now and watches strike 1. And that drops in for a strike.
I give up on that
That's a great
pitch
take
so
right there.
early.
Even though it's a strike,
All right,
with the
let's
situation
lock in
runner on
here.
first base, you want to
Ooh,
keep the
bad.
ball off the
Bad,
ground.
bad,
and
bad.
You swing
Bad,
at that
bad,
pitch,
bad.
most likely you roll into a double play.
Snags
At
in
least
for
we're keeping the
second
inning
out.
moving a little bit longer. I guess we probably could have flipped Cal Raleigh because it is that switch hitting side.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Oh
Right
my
side.
goodness.
McCormick settles underneath it. That is the inning.
So a good piece of hitting, and we're yet again just hitting way too low on the ball and popping it straight up with Raleigh. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. We kind of matched them hit for hit in the last game as well. So
Ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Gilbert back to work. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Rodriguez makes the catch. One up, one down.
Batting fifth,
Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Man, that's two that we've had already that are just. They're just not the correct call. Like, it's not even.
Plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Swing and a miss.
That curveball did not drop the way that I wanted it to, but we still get
Like, you can't call the umpire
get what we're
blue
looking
the way
at.
you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor league.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. The pitch. He goes down.
There we go. Okay.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Hard on the ground to first.
Nicely done. Nice play, Shenton.
And that'll do it.
Okay.
Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
No
Foul
bad
ball
swing.
there.
We're really susceptible to those low pitches because we're looking low with his pitch repertoire. That's
out
under
to
it again.
Center field, Dubon.
Damn.
And there's one down. J.P.
Batting
Crawford,
fifth,
the next to
the
hit.
shortstop, J.P.
All right, nice and patient here.
That one's in there.
That's fine.
That's strike
Maybe a
one.
little too patient, but we're not really looking up. That's a mistake pitch. It's all good.
And that is
Damn.
out of play.
Just
No score
late.
here in the second. The
That's
shortstop
inside. Good
takes
take.
the ball.
Good take.
1 and 2.
What is happening?
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And
Oh,
back
darn,
to the
right back to
mound.
him.
Handles
So the
goes
game
first.
is currently on the bottom, locked
Batting
AL
second,
average, but something is working behind it.
Exactly
You
what
can
he was
see
looking
between the
for.
439 and the New York
Nice
Yankees
ground out.
logo, the E.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena.
Now it's a T.
Swing
Late
and a
again.
pop-up, foul out of play.
It's 95 mile an hour
Right side that'll find
sinker,
the
giving me a
stands.
little bit of trouble. Hey, curveball's all the way down to 82.
Ball.
Oof. And there it
1
is.
ball, 1 strike.
Zone's a little funky today.
The 1-1
There's
is
another
fouled off.
curveball.
2 outs.
Down me with a curveball on the outside. 3 straight curveballs. And we could not adjust to it, so damn.
Mariners. We'll move to the third
Okay.
with no score.
Pitchers duel. Neither pitcher looking like they deserve the ERA that they have. Both have held the opposition to 1 hit. We were able to erase that hit with a double play, so that's a positive on our end.
On to the third inning, and now the DH, John Singleton.
Singleton.
Swing and a ball
Nice
lifted
read,
in the
Julio.
air. Rodriguez settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Okay, so I guess we're just going to get to see the top AL average for the rest of the game.
Jeremy.
I thought maybe if it
That'll be the
loaded.
shortstop, Jeremy Pena. In there at the knees. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the third, no score.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hard
Nice
hit
read
right
by
side.
Demo.
Tosses to first. That's it out.
Batting none. The right fielder.
And
number
stepping
20,
in for the Astros, Chaz McCormick. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
There we go. Big swing and a
And
miss.
he's down on strikes.
Over those back-to-back sliders and got him.
There as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for Houston, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
up
check
for
out the latest
Mariners,
news from around the
first
league.
baseman, Austin.
Read those out earlier. Okay.
And a pitch.
Darn it.
Ripped on the ground to second.
It's
to
not
first.
what we want.
1 up, 1 down. Here's Dylan Moore. That's off the inside
that's a
corner.
There we go.
And that's ball 1. And that's
That's a
outside.
good take on that curveball right there. We have him sitting at about 10 pitches an inning, so it's not the worst situation in the world.
Check swing.
That's fine.
Called
Didn't matter. It was a strike either way. Just glad we didn't make contact because that was probably going to be a pretty awful pop-up.
And he chases
That was too
one below the
aggressive.
zone.
This guy
He's
has
been willing to
really
go
good rhythm, set down 7 in a
curveball,
row. He just
curveball,
wants to get the
curveball.
baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. That one 95 to finish him off.
Darn.
Wow, that's
Darn,
a
darn,
tough
darn.
call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that
Number
all
10,
day long.
Victor.
Not quite in the strike zone,
Road
but he
left.
found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And ball 1.
Oh, that's frustrating.
That
There
misses.
we go.
Now 2 balls
Good take,
and a
Low.
strike. 2 out, space is empty.
Nope, ball 3.
Okay. This
First pitch
zone
strike from
doesn't
the
make a whole
pitcher,
lot of
then
sense,
no
but whatever.
panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Circle change late. Oh, good. Definitely on the late side of good.
The other way.
And it's
brings
an
it
out.
in
Okay.
for the third
Okay.
out. So no runs,
We got
no
off to a
hits,
very
no
slow
errors,
start.
and
Actually,
no
we had
one left.
4 hits through the
3
first couple of
innings
innings in
complete.
yesterday's
We're tied,
game, but
2-0.
we did struggle to score runs. We trailed 1-0 and then 2-0 in the 7th. So it took us a little bit,
And we're back.
but we know that we can do
Josh
some
Hoppe with
damage
Chris
against that
Singleton,
bullpen.
and set to lead off the fourth.
I don't know how many of the
Jose
arms we'll
Altuve.
see that are going to be the same, but we
Swing
have
and
an
that ball
opportunity.
smashed on a line.
And I
And
read
it's
it
into the
wrong with
gap.
the Rose
Now return
Arena
for
yet
second.
again.
And he's got a leadoff double in the fourth.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame. Well, these Astros, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive.
That's
but
fine.
One or two pitches
It advances the runner, but we're able to pick up an out.
That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Alvarez.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. Gets the call, and that's strike one.
Where is this
One away with a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up.
What the hell is this zone? It doesn't make any sense.
What the pitcher wants.
And now the count is even.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul ball, another 2-2
Okay,
up
well,
front.
lucky to not have that blown
underway, no
into
score.
next week.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. And a curve is down
That's
and
fine.
in.
That's fine.
Christian Walker.
Even if we walk him, it's
Hoping
not
to
that
get
big of a
chance to make
deal.
Big impact here. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Was willing to just go for the walk. It would still it set up the double play. We're good.
This pitcher
We're
has
good.
to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. He's 0 for 1. And that's fouled off. Altuve on third with 2 out. And that misses.
Fine. A little
And it's
high,
ball
no
to
big
strike.
deal.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. And the count's
It's fine.
even at 2.
Trying to play a little cautiously here. Let's try and get this curveball down.
And there's a ball.
That's a really good take.
Yainer Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That was not what I was looking for. We just could not get him to swing. Really frustrating at bat, honestly.
Really nice plate appearance.
Go-ahead run on base. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. In there at the knees.
Okay, that's what we need. We
strike
need
one.
these pitches to hang out just a little bit higher.
Started to swing, held up.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting at 1.
That's what we needed.
Really good
We can go with the cutter on the outside.
1-2.
Oh,
And it's
fouled it off.
They'll do it again. To third.
Oh, it's yellow.
Sends it
Nice
across the
play.
first, and he is
Okay, we were in the caution zone there, but we got it in. We got enough.
Strand a pair.
Let's
And
go.
midway in the fourth, no score.
Oof, that's huge. That's huge. Leadoff double and for nothing to come out of that? Hell yeah.
Ready to go.
Lead
Bottom
off.
4.
Huge.
Now the number 2 hitter,
Third baseman,
Donovan Solano.
Solano.
Slice to right. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. Not in time. That's
Okay.
a leadoff
Okay.
double.
Well,
Hey,
hot hitting continues.
They give us, we give them a leadoff double. They give us a leadoff double. Let's see if we can cash in.
Right field line and somehow found a way to keep
It was surprisingly
One thing that was
tight.
great about the approach is head was
Actually,
down
McCormick
all the way
ran
to
real
the
well to go
finish,
get that
and that's how
ball.
you do it. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
And I definitely misplayed it with Rosarina. Shocker.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And the
Great
first
take.
pitch misses for
Huge
ball
take
1.
right there.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that is downstairs. And the count now 2-0.
Ooh. We got to get those numbers up, Julio. 0-9-1 with runners in scoring position.
That clips
That's
the
fine.
corner.
Let that
Hitter's
sinker
got some
go.
good
No problem.
opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very
Not
good
great.
read and can determine
Step
whether
out for
or not
just a
he can
second.
score on that base hit.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Outside. Ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Okay.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit.
Huge.
And now with runners on first and second.
Didn't mean to swing at that. Thank God we got the check swing.
At the plate.
Okay.
Cal Raleigh. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's
That's
got
fine.
some
That
power.
curveball, we're going to
Gotta
just
be
pop
careful
under it.
when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. In the
Too
dirt.
aggressive.
Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Okay.
Gets a piece
Sinker
there,
right at the
do
bottom of
again.
the zone. A little late.
Oh, he hit him.
Yes!
Pretty flush.
That's huge.
He had 2 strikes up.
That's huge. I wasn't 100% sure what happened. My controller vibrated.
Jorge Polanco
But
next for the
that's a big break for us.
Right here. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. In comes the first run of the game. It's
I'll take it. I don't love it, but I'll take it. And I think it's a double win because it's not very much speed happening on third base. It's all good.
Exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
I think that they can get him if they hit the cutoff. Because the catcher had to come up a lot. There was time to get another throw in
JP
there.
Crawford gets a chance to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Ball 1 there.
He's missing with that curveball high. I can't start looking up there. It's just going to mean that we drive it into the ground. We got to stick with what we're working with. Lower in the zone. We still haven't been great at it, but
And there's a
what did I
strike.
just say?
1-1.
Ground
And
ball
that
left
is
side
what
could
we
be
are
2.
trying
The
to
flip second,
avoid.
to first,
Safe.
not in time.
Huge, Crawford. Huge.
Great effort there.
Thank you. It was a slow roller. We're just able to get to first.
Randy Arozarena getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Not even close there. Ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one missing inside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And another ball.
Ooh,
Austin
Shenton.
on deck for the M's.
It's another lefty-lefty matchup, but which I don't love.
Next offering
Didn't
is
matter.
in for a strike.
It was a check swing. We're fine.
Rodriguez at third. Crawford on at first with 2 down.
Not a great swing, but
Swings
That
and misses,
should have been a
and
walk.
we're filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
so frustrating. That's a 4 pitch. That's a
And that'll
okay.
load the
Okay.
bases.
Hey, we still work with it. We still work the walk. It's good. We're working a lot of pitches out of
So
this.
they're all loaded up. Shenton will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Activity in the Houston bullpen. JP France up and loosening in the pen. Garcia getting cranked up as well. 2 outs.
Ball 1.
Yanked
2
it.
walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Swing and a miss.
Oh,
And the
we've
count
given
1
them.
2.
1 and 2.
Damn it.
That's
2 and 2.
inside. Bases loaded. 2 down. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Rosarena flies around third.
Bases clearing double. Let's go. Let's go.
Just got a battle.
Let's fucking go. Huge. Bam. Perfect, perfect with the contact swing. Driving it into the center field, right field gap. Hell yes.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further, and he had a tough time keeping them in the ball game today. We'll get a new arm when we come back.
2 out damage. Huge run by JP Crawford. Did not have that be a double play. Otherwise, it's a 1-0 game.
Best case scenario,
We get the
might
walk
be
with the
that you come in
Rosarena.
here and get several quick
We did a
outs
nice job
to kinda
bouncing
bridge the
back in a
gap
couple
and
of
start it up
at-bats
for 'em.
with some pretty poor swings.
So runner at second, 2 down.
We'll
And
see what
stepping
we
in for
can
the
do
Mariners,
here with Dylan Moore. 4-seam at 95, a cutter at 89, a circle change at 84, a 12-6 at 77, and a sweeper at 81.
And a first
He
pitch
goes low.
fastball
Okay.
is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. That's down and in. Swings through that one out in
Man.
front that
1 ball.
time.
Man, oh man.
Outside
ball.
low.
Outside. There we
And
go.
the count is even, 2 and 2.
There we go. Hey, way to foul that off.
That wasn't an
That's
easy
a
pitch
strike.
to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ooh, got me on the
Struck
bottom.
him out looking.
Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Not
But
great.
4 score in the inning. 3 of them on this.
Okay, so we have
bases
another
clearing
big
double.
inning.
It's now
We do
a
that with only
4-0 ball
3
game.
hits. Or I guess 2. 2 hits. We got a hit by pitch. We got a walk.
We go to the top of the fifth.
Crawford
Here's the
grounded
third
out
baseman.
and then a
Ethan
sacrifice.
Paredes.
So that's a good way to do it. That's
Back to
not
work.
what we see a lot. And, I
Jack
mean, for us to
fouls
score
play.
4 runs
Well,
in the
these
same
Astros
game
need to bring up the quality of
without
their
a
bats
home
and
run is
specifically their
very
swings.
feels
Just
very
one
rare.
extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Damn it. We'll throw it out just a little bit further.
Here's the 0-2. And that's down and away.
That's fine. Oh, McCormick is the second place home run guy. Devers in third.
Stays alive. Just missing there. And the count is 2 and 2.
Ball. 2 strike.
Looked like it was a little bit up.
Now in this
3
3-ball
balls, 2
count,
strikes.
down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Hit on the ground to short.
It's a great read by Crawford. Nice throw. In and out. We have been having some longer at-bats here with Gilbert. I don't love it.
The designated hitter, John.
So now here's the DH, John Singleton. Fly to center his first time. And immediately
There we
pumps in
go.
a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one fouled
Fouled
off.
off.
Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus.
Ooh,
but
boy.
they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Cut on
There
and
we
struck
go.
him out. Making
There
4
we go.
strikeouts for him on the bump today.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Another longer at bat there.
Pena at the
We
plate.
need
with 2
more of those
away.
swings and
Swings
misses
through
for
that one.
strikeouts, or at least early on ground outs.
The next offering
Fudge.
misses. And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing. He went too far,
He
and
went.
it's a strike.
Looking
He
sharp
went.
just to strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Ah, you got a
We'll see
piece of it.
another.
Come on. Okay.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. A Rosarena makes the
Okay.
grab, and that'll end
All
the
right.
inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5.
We're going to try and
It's
get
the
Gilbert through
Mariners
one
4
more.
and the Astros
Let's get
nothing.
some arms up. I think we did a good job with that last time. They did warm up for quite a while. Thankfully, this game doesn't have a deterioration of stamina, which is always a positive as we take a look at today's stats. And I do like that even though they've subbed out Framber Valdez, we get a look at the starting pitching rather than, like, here's the last guy that they brought in. 3.2 innings for Framber, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Gilbert, 0s where you want him. Does have the 1 walk, which is a little surprising, but it was to Yordan Alvarez, which is not the worst case scenario.
First pitch misses.
Well, these Mariners really
I think
impressive with the
Altuve
quality
and
of their
Yordan
bats, and
you'd
this
kind of
one,
look
it's been
at and
fun
go,
getting a chance to see
okay,
them go to
those
work.
are the guys that are all
To
right
me,
to
like
walk.
they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Misses off the plate. And it's 3-0.
JP France.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ooh. I don't know. Don't know about that.
On the ground to the left. Nice grab. Gathers and throws in time. Got it.
Brutal
Great
swing there.
comeback reflexes right
Fucking
there.
brutal.
Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
So digging in, Donovan Solano. 1 for 2. Fastball for a
That's fine.
strike.
That's fine. We weren't going to do anything with that anyway.
Impressive production lately. Check swing, and he
Damn.
went. And that's strike 2.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together
We got
consistently solid performances. Right now,
I'm a little surprised that we actually have
why he's
a
lasted.
couple of guys in the NL, or the AL, excuse me, strikeout lead. Darn
In
it.
the air out to center.
We're under that.
Duvall on the move. Grabs it on the run.
I didn't know where to go. I looked up, he went low. I looked low, he went up, and that cutter was right on the top
He's
line
saving
there.
Extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next
Circle
pitch.
change really dropped on me.
Rodriguez with another scorching run of play lately.
Fudge.
That one wrapped foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fights
Okay,
that one away.
fouled
The
off,
count
that's fine.
remains 0-2.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now,
Darn it.
it's really fun to watch him.
On the run.
And that's been a
sends it
problem
over to
for us. We've done a good job
Mariners.
bouncing back, but we have given them too many
Nicely
strikes
done
on
for the
very
Mariners.
clear
Down
balls. Every
in
once in a while,
order.
like, hey, it's
3-4
fine. We're going to
nothing.
get fooled here and there. No big deal. But some of them have just some of them have been at very inopportune times. Okay. We are heading to the top of the
Back in
6th,
T-Mobile.
so let's get some pitchers going. We do not need a lefty. Thornton can get warmed up, and I think we can warm up Brash. Not in a save
And here
situation,
is
so if we
Chance
can get
McCormick.
one
Line
more,
pitch. He was late there.
if we get one
Strike
more inning, even though we can give up 1 run, we don't.
Smoked on the ground a second.
That was a horrible
First in
pitch.
time. And a quick out the
Horrible
ball.
pitch. Great read by Dylan Moore at second. I appreciate that.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Ball one, no
Darn,
strikes.
that is not what I wanted.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. Third player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the two others, and that's some great company, Boog.
Outside low, and it's 2-1. The M's leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Slice down the right side.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
There we go. Nice swing and miss. Nice swing and miss stuff. You're going to have the AL average leaders memorized by the end of this.
Low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he
Soler, Bellinger, and Solano. Solano's still sitting over 400, though. He's been cooler as of late.
Two-strike pitch.
And that one fouled off.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
That one
No! Ah, this zone. This zone.
check swing, and that's a ball.
Really?
Swing and a ground ball towards
One
first,
of them,
but foul.
sure. Both of them?
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Come
Keeps the
on.
at-bat going
It's
with
fine.
a foul ball.
We're the third time through the lineup. It's no big deal.
Comes the 2-2. Outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is
Damn.
ball 4.
2
It
walks.
wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long
Now
at-bat.
batting, the
Well, a
left fielder,
breaking ball in that
Yordan
3-2 count kind of tells you that
Alvarez.
that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find
We
the
did
strike
get
zone.
kind of screwed a little bit, but I don't know that it mattered a
And
ton
takes a look at a called
in the
strike.
end,
And a curve
because
is
we
down
played
and
with 2
in.
strike counts for a while there.
Next
We needed this
offering
to
is
be a
foul
bit of a
back.
quicker inning for Gilbert. It's been a lot of these longer at bats with a lot of foul
Off
tips.
of first with 2 away. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And that one hammered. Rodriguez drop step going back.
Count.
Makes the catch on the edge of the
Fastball
track.
didn't get where I wanted it,
Good
but
inning
we're able to
for
get it
him on the
past it.
mound.
Well, kind of. We're able to get him
Innings
out.
now.
That's
It's the
not get it
Mariners
past him, but we're
4
able to get him
and
out.
the Astros nothing.
They leave a righty in. I'm in a good spot with Raleigh, Polanco, and Crawford.
Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And now
up
the
for
catcher
the
comes up to
Mariners,
hit.
the
Cal
catcher,
Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh.
Oh,
And
that
first
was
offering is fouled off.
that was a pitch we should have absolutely crushed. But it was also a good
foul
pitch
ball.
there because he's been throwing fastballs low.
Bouncer to second.
Dropped on that one. Damn.
The throw
Drove
to
it
first. And
right
that's
into the
one
ground.
out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Brutal.
In now is the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco. Out towards right center field. Dubon sizes
Under
this
it.
one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, JP.
And now J.P.
Crawford.
Crawford. 0 for 2 in this one. And first
circle
offering is
change.
fouled off. 2 outs.
1 ball.
It's
1
outside.
strike.
Fought off foul. And they'll do it again.
I thought I had the advantage with this,
2
but
down,
I
nobody
just don't know
out.
where he
Here in
wants
the
to
bottom
go.
of the 6th.
A lot of secondary pitches. There we go.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
JP versus JP here.
The
That's
shortstop
outside.
takes
Nice.
the ball.
We had a nice long at bat with J.P. Crawford right before we scored a bunch of runs in yesterday's game.
Ring him up, says
that
Clyde
was-
Washington. That's a strikeout. Nobody left for Seattle.
That was a bad swing.
But they're in
It was
front.
well inside. Just lost patience there. Little distracted there, talking. Okay.
Back in Seattle. We go
He
to the
is
top of
in
the
the
seventh, and here's the first
caution, and we are... We're on the third time through, so let's give them something different to look at. We can bring in Thornton.
And we've got ourselves a pitching
He's a
change.
2.45 ERA in 4 games, no
And he's got a
record, does
nice
have a
lead to
hold.
work with.
3.2 innings
Come in
pitched,
throwing strikes,
18.8%
attacking these
strikeouts.
hitters.
Those threes at the beginning of the average is not great, but we'll see what we can do.
First off,
Fucking God.
31 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. And that's a little bit high.
No way. Are you kidding me? That's a fucking strike. That's ludicrously bad.
Next off,
With some of the calls, that is...
breaking ball in there. Got
Okay.
looking.
We get the strikeout. We are not getting any help from the umpire.
Pretty rough start to this
I'm not
series
even
for
looking
him
for
at
some
the
of these
plate.
edge
3
calls, but
strikeouts in
like...
the first game yesterday,
oof.
another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
That one the other
More
way.
nicely read.
Gets it to first. 2 up, 2
Good
down.
jump.
Now a chance for Isaac Paredes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
That one's fine. The other one's so much worse.
Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
All right. It's all right, Thornton. Hey, we'll get the next
So
one.
important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Singleton in the box now. No balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Paredes off of first with 2 away. Strike 2.
Nice.
Find yourself in
Okay.
a
There we
tough
go. Good
situation
mix.
Early, just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball still 0-2.
Wasn't exactly where I
The
wanted it,
Astros
but that's all
down by
right.
4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Pitcher
A
having
couple of
pretty
these
tough time getting
guys
that
have
swing
given
and
me a
miss.
lot of
Third
trouble getting
foul
out.
ball in a row.
And takes low for ball 1.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Houston. They're
just-
down 4-0.
Ugh, this strike zone has been not great.
Welcome back as we take a look
Okay,
at
so the Astros tomorrow, the off day. Weekend set here in T-Mobile against the Rangers, and then we'll have another off day on Monday before we start our long road trip, 10-day road trip, 9 games. We'll have 1 day off, I believe, on a Monday. We'll be facing the Reds, the Blue Jays, and I believe it's Texas, but I'm not 100% sure.
Swung on, belted.
Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Go, 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 baby, go. Go, baby, go. Let's go, Rosarina. Thanks for hitting a home run today.
His 4th home run of
Let's
the
go,
season.
Rosarina. Thanks for hitting a home run today. Yes.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
That's our first run via the long ball, so that is good news for us. A little more balance is super helpful. Shenton driving that into... driving that double. 3-run double. And again, it's the Crawford long at bat. It ended in a strikeout, but
Typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Austin Shenton up next for the Mariners. First pitch
trying to go
doesn't
low.
find
Hey,
his
that's a
zone.
great take. was the same thing that we did yesterday against after the Raleigh blast.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long
Let's
gone.
fucking go. 454. Hell
Massive
yes.
home run. His second of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling. And
Let's
I'm
go,
sure he was
Shenton.
giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the
I feel like we
base.
haven't had the
That
greatest
was
start to the
one
season
heck of
for
a
him,
swing he
but
put on the baseball.
that's all right.
Here comes
Houston,
the
I think
manager
they
out of
left
the
that pitcher in a
dugout,
little
taking
too
move to the
long.
bullpen. JP France gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound.
I feel like they don't
when we
have a
get
lot of
back.
experience with glasses because, boy, they look like they're painted on his face.
The new pitcher in the game, Taylor Scott.
Now
He's
Alright.
into the game with the bases empty.
So we're in a good spot here. We can go ahead and pull Thornton.
Scott.
He just gives up the one hit, which is a positive, and I think we can start kind of working through some of our pitchers. Now we could go with a Snyder with a 6-run lead.
Dylan Moore up next for the Mariners.
Okay, nobody out. We've already driven in 2.
That's in there.
And another
And
good
it's
take.
0-1.
The other one was for a ball after the Arozarena home run. That one's for a strike. Either way, we're not going to do anything with those pitches. As we look at, so that was a splitter. That's the second pitch. 4 seams at 95. That splitter at 88. That one was 85. But tops out at 88. Slider at 86. And a sinker at 95.
Swing and
Ooh,
a
too
miss.
aggressive.
Ugly swing right there.
Too aggressive.
Fastball,
Too late, too
particularly
high.
for young hitters,
Everything
can be
about it was
hard to
wrong.
lay off of because you see it so well
There
at
we
a
go.
high level, but it's really hard
One
to
ball,
catch up and
2
get that top hand to work on time.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Here, the bottom of the 7th.
Okay, got the slider. Fouled it off at least.
And there's a ball.
2-2.
Inside, just missed.
Count full.
That's ball.
Okay,
four. Trying
hey.
another fastball.
That's something
Missed
we've
the
been good
spot.
at today.
What
We've
a
given them
battle.
some
It's
strikes,
not
given them
always
some
easy
bad
laying off a
swings.
3-2
Now
pitch.
But
back.
climbing back into
You
counts.
earned that
Been
one.
helpful. We did get bailed out with
Top of the order now.
the Raleigh
Here's Victor
hit by
Robles.
pitch.
1 for 3. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Okay.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Ball.
And we have nobody out here in this bottom of the 7th. Oh, that was
Lifted
so
in the
late.
air, right field.
It wasn't, I guess it wasn't that bad
And
from
there's
a
one down.
timing perspective, but it was pretty rough. That's not what you want to see.
Solano up next for the Mariners. Ground ball left
God.
side could be 2. To second, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The
hold on.
long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching.
All right, let's bring in Colin Snyder. I don't love the way that ended. We hit into a double play. It's a pretty bad swing. Whatever. It's fine. Fine. We drive in 2 with a couple solo home runs to pad our lead out a little bit, which can let us bring in Colin Snyder.
Jeremy.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. And the first offering a
Okay.
fastball. for a
Did not
strike.
trust that was going to be a strike.
And a strike.
I didn't trust that was going to be a strike.
Swing and a ball line to center. Makes
Nice
a
play,
nice
Julio.
catch.
Nice play.
There's one away. Now it's the right fielder, Chas McCormick.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Mariners up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls it
Come
off,
on.
still 1-2. Swing.
There we go.
Some high cheese for strike 3.
Threw that fastball likely where he wasn't looking.
From their starter.
That's what we're talking about.
Some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Altuve now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Fastball for a strike. Ball one there.
Ooh, I wanted that one. I wanted that one to look a little better.
That one ripped. And that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
Yeah, that one's on me.
Still able to come
I think
behind
it
in
gave
the
me a
count.
pretty good jump
Pretty
with
good jolt
Julio.
into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Duvall
Okay, there we go.
stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering.
God damn
upstairs. That one is upstairs.
2-1. No, that's a ball.
Yordan Alvarez waiting to hit for Houston. Swing and a miss. And the count's full.
3 balls.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul ball left side.
Hadn't
He'll
thrown
see
that
another.
all day. Or all game with him.
Man at second. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In
Nice
plenty of
play.
time to first. Third
Hey,
out,
we can
that
give
is
up
the
doubles
frame.
to Altuve as
So
long
the
as he doesn't
Astros
score.
lead
That's okay.
still
And even
up
if he
against
did,
a
we're in a pretty good
6-0
spot. We still have
deficit.
more runs than hits, which is huge. Especially when you consider last game, we had way more
Now
hits.
pitching for
Back now, new
Houston.
Oh, and
pitcher on
Luis
the mound as we
Garcia's
roll
back
into the
in.
bottom of the 8th, Luis Garcia.
Luis
Well, they need someone to stop the
Garcia.
bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Julio
Leading
Rodriguez
up for the
digs in
Mariners,
now.
the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
First pitch
There we go.
just misses.
Ooh. Ooh,
Next
bad
offering
swing.
is fouled back. Up and in, 2-1.
Yeah, that's a 3-0 count. Come on, Sean.
And
Three
that
ball,
skips
one
Should
in.
have been a 4-pitch walk. That's okay.
That one misses.
Okay,
So
we'll take it.
off walk.
Rodriguez will lose his hitting
Second walk
streak
of the
tonight,
game
but
for him,
that's all
and
right.
He's been
Up
really
next
patient
for
at the
the
plate.
Mariners,
The game plan that
the
he's
catcher.
sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Again, a
Man
bad
at
swing in
first,
there, but we're
nobody
still
out.
able to figure it out.
Wiley Up next for the Mariners. And there's a foul ball. Rodriguez on at first, nobody out.
No, that's a
It's
ball.
outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
There's the strike, 95 of that one.
1-2.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Hayden Wisniewski getting loose out there. On the
Ooh,
ground,
that's going to
could
be into a
2.
double play. Oh, we just went
Sends
for
it
the
to
one.
first.
Okay.
One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Okay.
Nice job by
Damn
the
it.
shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Next is the designated hitter, Jorge Polanco. And that one
That's
is inside.
Here we go.
And it's even up.
Jeez Louise.
1-1.
Way too late. Overthought that one by a lot.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Yuck. Work a walk, 2 outs to get him to third, so, I mean, we still have the opportunity to drive him in.
0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Swing and a
God damn
miss.
it, we can't be swinging at that.
0-1.
I think that's one of the few slurs we've seen, maybe even the first.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs
Step
and a
out.
runner at third.
Step
Here in
out.
the bottom half of the 8th inning.
There's no guarantee that second one's a strike or a ball, but it should be a 1-1 count.
Out to center. Dubon under squeezes it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mariners 6 and the Astros nothing.
Okay. So we can leave...
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
There's a swing and a miss. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time, and that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all. And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on it.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those
Come
individuals with
on.
one or the other hand.
God, your zone
In
sucks
the box
today.
now as he leaves that one up high. And a swing and a miss there.
None of these are getting...
33 or something.
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not
for,
so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some...
Solano, off balance feet. There's one.
Game.
It's a double play. The ball game is over.
Okay. There's a good win. That's a solid win. I love that we had our first 4 runs between sacrifice fly, and then we were able to work a walk to load the bases, and we were able to clear the bases with a double. That is fantastic. The fact that we ended with 5 hits and 6 runs, that's going to be a rarity. We are almost always going to have far more hits than runs. Look at yesterday's game. We only scored 6 or whatever it was. I think we scored 6 again, 5 or 6. And we did it on like 17 hits. So this is the kind of game that we're looking for. We did a good job drawing some walks. We did a good job taking advantage of, I think we had the 1 hit by pitch, sacrifice fly, bases clearing double. Excellent game for us as far as that is concerned. So hopefully we can carry this momentum into tomorrow. We can maybe pick up our first sweep of the season. However, securing a series win is just as important. It gives us a little bit of a lead here in the American League West as the Angels have really slowed down. And we continue to bury the Astros a little bit lower. We want to make this difficult for them to come back and give us problems in the future. Framber Valdez gets the loss, 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 earned. Altuve was 2 for 4, but when he hit doubles. Mauricio Dubon was 1 for 3 with a walk. Isaac Paredes was 1 for 3. Yordan Alvarez 1 for 4, had a strikeout. And I thought we walked Yordan, but it must have been Dubon. We had to have walked Alvarez. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Austin Shenton was 2 for 3 with an absolute no-doubter. He was also your player of the game. Double that cleared 3 runs. He had that extra home run ribby for a total of 4 and a run scored on the trot himself. Randy Rosarino was 1 for 2 with a home run. He scored twice. Donovan Solano was 1 for 4 with a double and a run. Julio Rodriguez was 0 for 2 but did score. He walked twice, which I would say 2 for 4, just as good. Gilbert, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, no earned runs on the line for him. We have a headliners pack that we can open. Okay, that's cool. They're down to the final few days of this this XP program, so yeah. All right, let's go ahead and advance the day. It's Hunter Brown, 0-1 with a 9.35 ERA. Brian Wu will take the ball for us. No record, but does have a 4.22 ERA as the Mariners and Houston Astros will wrap this series tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel. Before we go, let's go ahead and open that pack real quick. Open pack. And then it gives us pack 2. Excellent. All right. We get anything worthwhile? Silver. Bronze. Bronze. Ooh. Platinum. All right. We have a silver. It's the Round Rock Express home. We have Zach Remillard. It is Jose Trevino who is new. And who do we get? Julio? Who do we get? Closing pitcher. If it's the Cleveland... God, I already pulled him. Come on. Manuel Clase. We can sell now for $14,000. That's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, unfortunate. That is brutal. All right. Well, there you go. We end kind of on a high note, kind of not on a high note. 94,000. What will I do with those 94,000? You'll have to find out in the future. Subscribe over here. You can catch more baseball every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel. Ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. New baseball playlist right here, or baseball playlist right here. It gets updated every day. And this morning's video up there, which is something that I have not recorded, I just realized. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for Game 3 against the Houston Astros. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.